And we're in Sedona, Arizona. Going to fly over to the Grand Canyon Airport. We're on live weather and live players, so might see some other planes. Currently, looks like we got some wind and rain here in Sedona, so it should be fun. I'm going to pull up the chat, get all that stuff set up before we get up into the air. I almost said out on the road, but we're not driving, we're flying. Let's do our traditional sound check. 127. Yep, seems to be working. All right, we got that set up. Well, how's everybody's day going? Shout out to all the brand new subscribers and all the people who have been here since day one. We're over 1,000 subscribers, and that is awesome. We just hit that the other day, and we're almost at 1,030 now. That's crazy. I appreciate it so much. That being said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna get out to the Grand Canyon. It's going to be probably about an hour flight out that way today. It looks a little windy, looks a little rainy. Might be a little rough getting out of here today, here in the A5. Take you to the outside, show you what we got. This is what we're flying today. We're in Sim Famous Air, flight 8675. It's a neat little plane. Can land in the water. You know, it gives you plenty of options. Back to the inside. All right, should be a fun flight. We had a great time in American Truck Simulator last night. We're pretending to be a police officer. We were Officer James, not real. That was fun. We'll talk more about that later on in the flight. But let's go ahead and get some of our lights on and get our strobe. Nav, get all those lights on, ready to get out of here. All right, lights are on. Let's see, we look pretty good there. No traffic. We got High Flyer Logistics with what's up, Sim? What's happening, High Flyer? We're about to fly out of Sedona here in a minute and head over to the Grand Canyon Airport. About an hour flight up here in Arizona. We're running live weather, so it's pretty neat. Since we live in Arizona, we thought, hey, we're going to run the live weather too. It looks pretty close to what we're seeing here at the house as well, so that's pretty fantastic. We got our taxi lights on. We're going to go ahead and get our brakes off and slowly make our way out to the runway. I like this A5. This is a nice little plane right here. All right. Like I said, it could be a little rough getting out of here today. It is a little windy. It was raining earlier, but we'll see what we got going on. Easy, easy. Brakes are a little sensitive this morning. Must be cold. All right, make sure we got no traffic around. Look pretty good here. Go to the outside. This is our plane for today, the Icon A5. All right, let's get taxied out onto the runway. It is a little windy out here in Sedona today. Easy, easy. Looking forward to a fun scenic flight here over to the Grand Canyon Airport this morning. We go ahead and start getting our flaps down. Good there. We'll hold short of the runway. Another set of flaps. And we're ready for takeoff mode here. We're going to sit here for a second. We'll hold short of the runway, make sure there is no incoming traffic. Let's get up here. And let me get the brake on. Let's look to our right. I don't see no planes coming. Good there. We'll look to our left. Seems to be all right there as well. I'd say this would be flight 8675 preparing for takeoff here soon. We got Diet Coke on board with us as a drink. What are y'all drinking on? All right. Let's get this bird up in the air. Good there. One last look. Make sure we're clear. Let's taxi out onto the runway. All right. Should be fun. Get a little bit more power here. We can get out onto the runway. There we go. We have been cleared for takeoff, and we're going to get on out of here. Power up. And full power. Airspeed is live. We're looking good. 50 knots. 60. We're up. Landing gear up. Let's follow the runway out. And here we go. Let's see you later, Sedona. Let's get over to the Grand Canyon Airport. That last set of flaps up. We're making our way out. Get our turn here to get us on course. I'll take you to the outside as we leave the Sedona Airport this morning. We'll make our way up to about 5,000 feet. And glad to have everybody on board with us this morning. Make our turn, get around the mountains here. Next stop, Grand Canyon Airport. Allegedly. We did put enough fuel in the plane, right? I think we're good. I think we're good. Looking fantastic. This little plane is super fun to fly. Look at that view. There's nothing like just being able to just to get away. You know what I mean? I'm like Southwest over here. I just want to get away. Before I don't see any other traffic headed our way, we look good. High Flyer says, "I got this game right now, just practicing. Right on. What are you flying?" We're up here in the clouds, leaving Sedona, Arizona. Everyone. We'll make a turn here. And we're going to head straight for that opening, those clouds. Get above these clouds, and we're out of here. We had a little bit of wind up on the way out. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hey, we're doing it. We're flying. It's going to be a fun little trip over to the Grand Canyon Airport. Continue our climb up out of Sedona here. Remember, I'm not a pilot. I'm just pretending to be one on your phone, cell phone, or whatever you're watching on. High Flyer says, playing with the controller right now, but we'll buy a joystick off a friend of mine soon. Oh, nice. Are you playing on PC or Xbox? Let me know. I'm using the Extreme 3D Pro joystick. I think I got it for $20 off Amazon. It was on sale. I absolutely love it. And it worked right out of the box. It was plug and play. Logitech 3D Extreme Pro, I think is what it's called. All right, we continue our climb up here out of Sedona. Sedona, not Sodoma. High Flyer says Xbox app on the PC. All right, I'm using the Game Pass edition on PC. If that's what you're talking about too, that's what I've got as well. That's what I'm flying on here. I like it because it's included with the membership. Oh, hold on, we got a little bit of turbulence here. As to be expected as we get up here in these clouds. We're doing all right. We'll keep it under control. A little rough. Little rough. Easy. We got it though. We got it. It's bouncing us around. Make sure you stay seat belted. Incoming turbulence, and it is a rough one. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. We got it. We got it. Continue our climb here. We'll work our way out of this turbulence. There we go. All right, let's head into the clouds. We're going to lose visibility here soon. But that's okay. We'll get to see what the pilots see. And we'll use our instruments to maintain our flight level. Because once you get into clouds, it's really hard to see. You know, if you're level, if you're upside down, sometimes it can get a little bit confusing. So you got to fly by your instruments on these. Make our turn here up into the clouds. And then it would be for too long, we'll break right on through and smooth sailing. We're still full power and hand flying the plane. All right. right, we are up. And we're still continuing our climb and altitude here, doing just fine. I'll take you to the outside. What a beautiful day for flying. We're up here away from it all. Come back to the inside. Now look at those clouds. Pull back our RPMs here a little bit as we start to settle in for our flight over to the Grand Canyon Airport. A little turbulence through the clouds there. I just love that view. Nothing like flying through the clouds and coming out on the other side. I tell you, that's awesome. Such a wonderful simulator. It's up here in the clouds, flying over to the Grand Canyon. I'm eventually going to try to do some weekly flights, you know, going different places. Looking forward to doing that. Seeing what all we can see in the world. We've been cleared on up to about 11,000 feet. And we'll cruise above the clouds here for a little bit. I don't know what the weather is over at the Grand Canyon Airport. If anybody wants to check and let us know. You'll be able to find the airport code there on the title of where we're headed. Flying above the clouds. I'm going to pull back the throttle here. And then we're going to descend down in altitude just a little bit. And we're going to fly up under the clouds for a little bit. Check that out. Check out some of the views down that way. And let's do this. Look at that. This is a wonderful view here as you drop down in altitude in the clouds. Out here in a beautiful Icon A5. Go ahead and pull our throttle back a little more. And check out this view here on the other side. This is a really nice view here. We are on the way. And we'll go back into the other side. Check that out as we drop down in the clouds. And let's get back to the inside. As we break down through the clouds again. Such a good, smooth flying plane. I love descending through the clouds. It's just so great. And you know, it's a little bit scary too because you lose visibility and you kind of get like, where am I at? But you know, you just got to believe in your instruments, focus on them, and that'll get you through. We got the throttle pulled back here, and the plane will settle down here once we start leveling off here and get from below these clouds. We are hand flying the plane the whole trip. Get a little bit of turbulence here as we descend down out of the clouds. Look behind us here, everything's good. Definitely getting some turbulence today. And there's the plane settling down after we starting to level off here a little bit. Just like that, we're flying. Power up. We'll make a turn. A really easy fun plane to fly is this Kgcn A5 as well. Looking good that way. Fuel's good. Thing looks good that way. Right on. Like I said, we are live. You could see some other players fly by. You never know. I don't know what it's going to be like to land over at the Grand Canyon Airport. I'm sure it's going to be a scenic view. Unless, of course, it's storming or raining. It might be hard getting into there. I don't know what the weather's going to be like on the way over. Got quite a bit of cloud cover today, which seems to be about right from where I'm at here in Arizona in real life. Wonder what everybody's up to down there on the ground today. We're up here flying, having a blast. It's pretty neat. Sometimes you'll be flying and you might see a F-18 just, come up beside you or fly by you, or another plane. You never know when you're online what can happen. If you don't want to run the live weather or have live players uh, there as well, you can turn that off in the options menu too. I think we should be probably approaching about the halfway mark coming up here soon on our flight over to the Grand Canyon Airport. The really neat thing about this simulator is you can fly anywhere in the world pretty much. And once we got to the Grand Canyon Airport, and if we want to take back off and go somewhere else, we can definitely do that. And we're not flying any sort of flight pattern or anything. We're just taking a scenic flight. It's flying kind of wherever we want. We're not worried about any rules, regulations, that type of deal. I might turn on you can turn on a destination marker so you can see where your airport is, and it shows you how much farther you have to go. I might turn that on. Uh, that way, people at home can see how much farther we have as well. Let me do that for you. Let's go up to here and we'll go to Flight Assistant, and you go down to Display Direction, and then that'll show you where you got to get to. So far, so good. Fuel's still good. Things good there. Flaps good. We are rocking and rolling. So the other day, I did a stream in American Truck Simulator as Officer James Not Real, because there's a mod that allows you to drive the AI cars, and in that you can make a police car, which is pretty neat. So I was driving around, putting in some practice, kind of getting used to things. You can have lights and sirens. So it'd be neat to have host a convoy, and then if people are trucking, and then I'll set up on the highway. Like I'm going to be a New Mexico State highway patrol officer, so I'll be set up on the Highway 40 or something like that there in New Mexico. And then if truckers come through, I might pull out behind you and check you, make sure you got your tags and insurance and all that stuff is straight. Keeping you safe in the state of New Mexico. So look forward to that. That should be fun. So over here on your GPS, you can zoom in and out, kind of see where you're going. If there's other planes around you, it'll let you know. You have some other options here, kind of let you know where you're at altitude wise. Pretty neat. You can see we're cruising about 100 and 113, 112, and currently about 10,000 feet. Got quite a few different options. Pretty neat little setup. According to the marker there, we've got 30, just over 30 nautical miles to the Grand Canyon Airport. And we flew out of beautiful Sedona this morning. So it's about 9:33 a.m. here in Arizona. I'll take you all to the outside. Just look how far you can see. Absolutely amazing. Check out the sights and sounds behind us. That wind is pushing us to the side. See, our plane is kind of flying sideways a little bit. It is pushing us. Oh, you can hear the wind now. Man, it is windy today. We are sideways. It's all right. We'll fly sideways there. Make it a little rough on the field, but we'll get there. How neat would it be to have one of these planes and be able to have like the money to, store it, upkeep it, take it out when you wanted to? Over the next few flights and weeks, we're going to be tinkering with our graphic settings. So this is our starting point of what we got going on. We're trying to find a good balance of streaming and where we can get smooth frame rates and enjoyable flights, make it enjoyable for you all to watch as well. It does take a lot of work to set down and then, okay, I'm gonna change this setting, restart, go for a flight. Nope, don't like that. And then you get it maybe just how you want it. And then you're like, oh, well, let me try it in the live settings. It's like, nope, not quite how I wanted there either. But, the trial and error is the fun part too. And I'm sure once that I get the graphics maybe just where I'm extremely happy with everything eventually, it'll probably get an update. you know. Which will be fine because I like updates. Taking a look out here the window. Man, that is just such a beautiful view out there. Flying over Arizona in the United States this morning. We left out of Sedona, headed to the Grand Canyon Airport. Just about 34 minutes into our flight. Glad to have everybody on board. Sim Famous Air. This is flight 8675. Where we get you there? Sometimes. Sometimes we run out of fuel. Budget cuts. Wardrobe plays WW2. I'm considering getting Flight Simulator, and I'm curious on the best computer specs and accessories to get. Well, there's a lot of different options out there. with this current setup that I have, I'm running a HP Pavilion laptop with it's got an i5 processor. We've got the GTX, I think it is, 1650 graphics card. I only have 8 gigs of RAM. Now, I'm sort of new to some of this stuff, a couple years in on it, but I think my PC is a little bit on the lower end of things. But I have this connected to a 43-inch Acer monitor as well. I'm not using it full screen. I'm using full screen. Full screen. I'm using 2 screens inside the. I have my OBS, so I can monitor the stream, and then I have the game in the middle. And then I have my chat sometimes over to the left, but I have it just on the right side today. And I'm using a Logitech 3D Extreme Pro joystick for flights. But I've been very happy with this laptop and the specs with it. I would like to have more RAM, I think. But so far, I've been able to play the game and get pretty good frame rates. And sometimes you can find these laptops or the desktop version fairly priced used between around $500 and up. And as far as the game, I'm playing it on the Game Pass edition for PC. We are running some of our graphics settings on Ultra as well. Once we get on the ground, Grand Canyon Airport, if anybody wants to see the graphic settings, I'll pull those up for you. Just let me know once we get down there. Wow, it just looks so awesome out there. We got 18 miles over to the Grand Canyon Airport. Wardrobe, how is your day going? Where are you watching from? Let us know, if you don't mind. And anybody that's watching, let us know where you're watching from. Wardrobe says, I would love to fly World War II era planes or those available typically. They do have some older style planes, some that you may enjoy. Once we get down on the ground, I'll be more happy to show you the selections of planes that come with the free edition. If you're still here. If you're not still here, you can come back to this video and I'll still have that on the end of the video. I'll put that in because I know sometimes people can't always stick around. You might have things you got to do. So I'll show the list of free planes that come with it so you'll be able to see that. And we should be on the ground probably within the next about 20 minutes or so. Weather allowing. As we make our way into Grand Canyon. War says, that would be awesome, and your graphic settings. I assume there was some to buy and some free. Yeah, you can get, you can purchase some, and you can also do some that are free that come with it. And there's also the modded planes you can get off of Flight Sim. Was it Flight Sim .2? I think it is. Can't remember the website right off the top of my head. War says, I'm in STL. All right, right on. In real life, I'm out here in Arizona. And that's where we're flying today. We flew from Sedona to the Grand Canyon Airport. Well, that's where we're allegedly flying to. We're not on the ground yet. We will be start making our descent here shortly. Try to get eyes on the airport. Speaking of that, we're going to pull back the throttle. And let gravity do its thing. Once again, if you guys don't mind, hit that like for me. That helps YouTube know that you all are enjoying what we got going on here, and that helps share it to other people who may want to hang out with us on a flight or a trucking sim, or check out one of the comedy videos here on the channel as well. All right, everybody, I want you to get ready for landing if you need to. Put your snacks away. I'm just joking. You keep your snacks out. We do have about 11 miles into Grand Canyon Airport here. And we're going to make our way down through the clouds. Get eyes on this airport and get down on the ground. Man, what a beautiful descent here into the airport. Look at that. Look at the clouds. We will lose visibility as we go down into the clouds. And here we go. Take a look to our left. War says, so does this represent real weather as it is in real life? I'm sure you can set it as well. Yes, it does. So today, I'm flying with live weather. Wardrobe says, I hope you're instrument rated. Could you go ahead and tell me I'm instrument rated, and that'll be close enough. But actually, right now we are simulating live weather and live players. So people who are on the same server as us or have the same settings, if I pull up my you know what? I'll do that later on so you can see, because I'm enjoying the descent here. I'll make sure we get this. But we do have live players, so at any time, I mean, there could be, I don't know how many people on the server around us flying with us, beside of us. And once you have the game, you could do a flight right beside of me, or you could leave from where you're at, meet me somewhere. It's pretty neat. But yeah, it does represent live weather, and you can change it. I have live weather on since we left Sedona. Sometimes the tracking of the live weather, like let's say that maybe it's raining right here, as we go down, it'll be it might come in a little slower, but it will show up. War says, I've seen videos with ATC. Are there people also playing ATC, or is that always computer generated? And that is cool about flying with others. So you do have some ATC that you can turn on in the game, and then you do have people who do simulate ATC. Like they may that may be what they do as far as how they simulate playing in the game, is they just work air traffic control. Go to YouTube and look up being an air traffic controller for this simulator, and I'm sure that'll take you to some of the videos. I just can't remember them off the top of my head, some of the searches I've done for that exact same thing. According to our instruments, we're all looking good there. Should be safe and sound as we make our way down in. We're about 8,000 feet here. We're still making our way down. As you can see here, we're gliding right on down. And as you see, the weather just changed right there. That's how the tracking is a little with the weather right now, but that just means we're getting into it. All right, let's get some flaps in. Let's start bringing this bird up. We'll power up. And I get this plane back under my control. Easy, easy, back under my control. There we go. Or says the rendering on these are amazing. Isn't it fantastic? The graphics, like I said, I will be adjusting those. I have some at ultra, but I'm doing a week's worth of experimenting, trying to get them where I want them. So as the week goes on, things will be up and down. You see, we got our airport over here to the right. It's going to be a little tricky getting in there. Visibility is a little rough. Let's get our map on here. We're going to try to hand fly into here. I was hoping to check out a little bit of the Grand Canyon, but the weather is not permitting today. We got our landing lights on. Yep, those are good. Yep. Landing gear is down. Let's see. Yep, landing gear is down. Got our airport over to the right there. I see no traffic. Speed looks good. And we got War here with us, gonna keep us safe and sound. All right, we're looking pretty good there. It's a little rough, got some turbulence, Easy. Easy plane. I know. I got you. You just want to go home. All right, airport is in sight. We have been cleared to land. At least I think so. Coming in a little hot. Get back over here. Got some turbulence. Things good here. And grab throttle. Came in a little high here. It's okay. It happens. It happens. Now we're gonna slowly make our way in. This wind is rough. We may just avert and go around and come back down if we can't get settled here. If I can't get settled, we're gonna go around and try it again. Easy. Easy. All right, there we go. There we go. A little more power. Off the power. Whoa, the wind's got us. Hold on, sideways. We're down. Oh, whoa, turn. There we go. Man. Whew. That was a little sketchy. That was a little sketchy. Right, let's get over and get parked up. And I'll show you all those graphic settings. Welcome to the Grand Canyon Airport. I was gonna do a little flight around the Grand Canyon, but the weather was not allowing. And we almost had to do a fly around there. But hey, we're here. We made it. Like I said, I'm not a pilot. I'm just pretending to be one in your phone. All right, let's get over here and get parked up. I'll get this shut off and I'll show you all my graphic settings. All right, landing lights, taxi. I'll get that off. We'll park up right here. Get our brake on. All right, that was fantastic. We made it. Just shut everything off. Where it says, does it allow you to operate the tail vertical control separately, or does it automatically sync them? You can set it up to where you can have assistance, or you can operate everything separately with rudder controls and whatnot and everything, however you want to set it up as well. Or says, seemed like a good landing. We got there. We got there. All right, let's show you those graphic settings that we got. We go to general options, and you can see we have it in windowed mode. If we were doing full scale resolution, we would have it set at that, but we have it in windowed. Rendering scale, I just have it set at 100. And I'll slowly scroll down through this, and then you can pause as you need to later on to see what we've got there for you. Train level of detail at 55. Objects level of detail at 10. I have both of these low and these set at ultra and some of these high, and it seems to be a nice start for me right now. But pretty much everything on ultra. You can see what I have set at, and this is just my my start of my graphics testing this week. And that's it as far as the graphic setting. And you'll be able to pause, scroll, come back, and see those as you need to. What's under flight model, we're asked? So if you go to flight model, what that is you can select from modern to legacy. That's how the planes fly. But let me show you. Let's go to main menu, and we'll show you the planes that comes with the 40th anniversary edition, which is the free version as well. So if you go over to world map, like you're going to create another flight, go up your selection, and we go up to the top, and I'll show you what we have. We have an Airbus A310, which I have the Korean Air um, livery on. We got an Airbus 320, a Pitt Special Aviat. We got a Bell helicopter, Boeing 747, 747, a Boeing FA-18E. We got a Cub Crafters, a couple versions of the Cub Crafters here as well. Got a Curtiss Gen N4 Jenny. We have a couple gliders, a couple more planes here beside the gliders. Got a TB930. Then we got a Diamond Aircraft DA40. Then we got a Diamond Aircraft DA62. We got a Douglas DC3, which is pretty neat. We got an extra 33LT or 330 LT. Neat little flight design plane. Here we have a G21 Goose. Nice Grumman plane. Got another helicopter. We got the Hughes Aircraft Company plane. Got the Icon A5 that I was in. JMB aircraft. We got another Pilatus or Pilatus. I'm not sure how to say that. We got a couple. Let's see, one, two, three, four versions of those. We got a Robin. We got a Robin DR400. We got the NYP Spirit of St. Louis. We have a Beechcraft Bonanza, nice little plane. We got another Beechcraft King Air. Got a Cessna 152, a Cessna 172, and then we got another Cessna 172, another Cessna 172. We got the Cessna 208B, and we got a Cessna Citation CJ4, which is pretty nice. We got a DHC-2 Beaver. That's a pretty neat plane. I enjoy that one. We have another Beaver plane with the amphibious. We got another helicopter. We got the old Wright Flyer plane and the Zlin aviation plane. And so that's all the free ones that come with this particular one. So you'll be able to pause and check those out. And like I said, you can fly your flight conditions. You can change your weather. There's presets. Like I said, we have it on live weather here. And then you can go to clear skies, few clouds, all kinds of things. And you can change that even more in depth yourself as well. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for today's live stream. I might be back later on today with some American Truck Simulator, but wanted to do a nice little fun flight this morning. Shout out to everybody who's watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the questions and the comments. Anytime, reach out to me if I can help you. I'd be more than glad to. War says, that's great, and thank you. Hey, you're very welcome. And thanks for hanging out in Microsoft Flight Simulator with me. I'm Sim Famous, and I will see you all on the next one. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you all later. As soon as I can figure out how to turn this thing off.